A very warm welcome. First of all, I'm very sorry because it's been very long time. You know, sorry, I was busy with the optional and other things, and other back end works. So from today onwards, you'll get the videos, and most of your where there are lot many candidates who are rely on my lecture. So I'm so happy at the same time. Sorry for the delay. And chalo, let's come back to our chapter. There is little chapter left, little concept left, so that I'll teach here. So that okay, we're gonna complete second chapter, and we're gonna complete third chapter 2 today. Okay. So let's go. So there is a other physiographic division, that is Thar desert. The Indian desert. The Indian desert example is Thar desert. Okay. I'll just write Thar desert. So NCRT statements, it states the Indian desert lies toward the western margins of Aravalli Hills. It is an undulating sandy plain covered with sand dunes. So this is the statement, and I'm going to elaborate very deeply what exactly the Thar desert is. The Indian desert is. So when we hear the word desert, we imagine endless stretches of sand with almost no life, right? So, but the Thar desert is much more than that. It's a living ecosystem. Okay, we're going to discuss Thar desert. So just remember, Thar desert, it's a living ecosystem with unique plants, animals, cultures, and economic activities. It is also one of the most densely populated deserts in the world. Right? Most densely. Sorry about my background. There are children playing outside, so just ignore. So it's a most densely populated deserts in the world. Okay. So making it different from a desert like Sahara or Arabian deserts. The Indian desert teaches us how humans adapt to one of the harshest environments on the earth. So it teaches us how humans adapt to one of the harshest environments on the earth. So now let us discuss what is desert. So desert is a region that receives very low annual rainfall. Okay. Desert, it receives comparatively very low, okay, very low annual rainfall. Generally, if I can recall, it is around less than 250 millimeter. Okay. And it has high evaporation. Okay. High evaporation. What else? High evaporation, receives very low annual rainfall, and sparse vegetation. Okay. Sparse vegetation. And what else? Limited surface water. Okay. Limited surface water. So a simple definition is a desert is an area where water is extremely scarce because rainfall is very low. Okay. Now let us see the location of India desert. Okay. Indian desert. Indian desert. Let's see the location. Alright. Location. Now the Indian desert also called Thar desert. Okay. It is also called as Thar desert, or you can say it as a example. So it is located okay, western Rajasthan, the major portion, and then parts of Gujarat, southwestern Haryana, and then we have Punjab. Okay. So it extends westward into Pakistan, where it continues as the Kholistan desert. It extends I'll just write it. Extends into Pakistan as Kholistan. Okay. Kholistan. Kholistan desert. Okay. So now, why it is called Thar desert? The word Thar is believed to have originated from the local word called Tul. Okay. Thar came from a local word called Tul or Thal, whatever. It means sand ridge. Okay. Sand ridge. Alright, means alright here derived. It derived from a local word called Tul. It means sand ridge or sand dune. Okay. Now, hence the region is popularly known as the Thar desert. Okay. Now for let's see formation of the Thar desert. The exact origin is still debated, but geographers explain it through multiple factors. First one is rain shadow effect of the Aravalli range. Okay, I'll write formation of the Thar desert. Formation of the Thar desert. So formation of the Thar desert. So, alright. The first one is rain shadow effect of Aravalli range. Rain shadow effect of the Aravalli range. Aravalli range. Okay. So what is this? So the Aravalli range runs almost parallel to the southwest monsoon winds. Since the mountains do not effectively obstruct the winds, very little rainfall occurs in the western Rajasthan. Okay. So this is one of the factor behind the formation of Thar desert. The other one is distance from the sea. Distance from the sea. What is this? So this region is far from Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. So the moisture content of the wind decreases before reaching it. So other one is high temperature and evaporation. We all know this because we have discussed evaporation. Okay. So summer temperatures often exceeds 45 to 50 degrees here, and high evaporation removes moisture rapidly, creating dry conditions. Okay. So yeah, so these are the some of the formation factors behind the Thar desert. Okay. And we all know climates of the Thar desert. In summer it will be extremely hot, and in the winter it will be cool to cold nights, and the rainfall is, I have already told, 250 annually, so it is highly irregular. So what are the relief features here? We'll discuss the relief features. So the desert is an undulating sandy plain. Okay, remember this, just for your information. It's a undulating sandy plain. Okay. So the first one is sand dunes. So wind generally deposits sand in into hills. Okay, and that is called dune. So that is why it is called as a sand dunes, and there are different types. Okay, Birchen dunes, longitudinal dunes. These are very important for UPSC prelims. I'm gonna write types of dunes. Types of sand dunes or dunes. Alright, sand dunes. The first one is Birchen dunes. Okay. So remember, these are crescent shaped and it form where wind blows mainly from one direction. Okay, it will form where wind blow mainly where wind blows mainly from one direction. Remember this, from one direction. And yeah, the other one is longitudinal dunes. Longitudinal tunes dunes. So what is this? It is, this is crescent shape, and this one is long parallel ridges. Parallel ridges. Ridges or dune. So it will form where wind direction varies seasonally. Here wind direction varies seasonally. Okay, seasonally. So alert formation. So remember, Barchans are favorite prelims topic. Remember this, crescent shaped. It will form where wind blows from mainly from one direction. So remember this. Now, drainage of the desert is the other topic. The desert has inland drainage. So what is inland drainage? Means a drainage system in which rivers do not reach the sea. Okay, and that is called inland drainage. What is this? I'll write the definition. A drainage system in which rivers do not reach the sea. Okay. Instead, they disappear in the sand, end in salt lakes, evaporate, etc. So one of the important river is Luni River. Remember this, Luni River. So Luni River is the most important river of the Thar Desert. It's an important river. So it will origin near Pushkar Valley. Remember, I'll write origin near Pushkar Valley, Pakistan. I'll write Pak. Okay, and so it flows southwest through Rajasthan into the run of Kutch. So remember this, it flows southwest through Rajasthan, okay, into run of Kutch. Remember this. Okay, and what are the characteristics of the Luni River? So it's a seasonal river. Okay, it's a seasonal river. Okay, and fresh water in the upper course. Right, there will be fresh water present, but in the upper course, okay, and it becomes saline in the lower course. When it is in fresh water in the upper course, obviously saline in the lower course. Okay, so remember this. Now, what are the important salt lakes? So important salt lakes include, we have Sambar Lake. This is just remember, this is very important. Alright, it's the largest inland salt lake in India. Okay, so Samba Lake is the largest inland salt lake in India. Remember, and we have Didwana Lake, and there is one more river, one more lake, that is Pachpadra Lake. Yes, पचपत्रा लेक. ठीक है. So basically these are salt lakes, right? So these are important for salt production, wetland ecology, tourism, etc. So vegetation here is generally xerophytic. I am a biological student, so I know what is xerophyte, hydrophyte, xerophyte, but there are different types of uh, vegetation. So now the natural vegetation here is xerophyte. It means plants are adapted to dry condition. Plants are adapted to dry conditions. Remember, dry conditions. So example, what are the example? Cactus and cagery. We have babul and acacia. This is very, we generally see this cactus, acacia, babul. So yeah, so let us see the wildlife, so that you'll get to know what exactly the wildlife is here. So despite harsh conditions, the Thar Desert supports unique wildlife. So what are those? For example, this great Indian bustard, which is right now it is critically endangered, right? Critically endangered. Okay. And what else? Desert fox we have, and we do have desert cat. Then we have chinkara. This is Indian gazelle. And so the Desert National Park, Rajasthan, is an important conservation area. Remember this, alright? The Desert National Park. Remember, this is in Rajasthan. It's very important conservation area here. So what about human life in the desert? People have adapted remarkably. Main occupations include animal husbandry, sheep and camel rearing. I don't know how many people are aware of this, right? There is agriculture in irrigated areas and handicraft. What else? Tourism also is there. So there is one more important thing that I'm gonna share with you. This is very important. Remember, have you ever heard about this Indira Gandhi Canal? What is this? So it is one of the greatest engineering projects in India. Water from remember this Satluj and Bees river system. Okay. So this is a project. This is the project named as Indira Gandhi Canal, where we have Satluj and Bees river system right there. And what are the importance? Irrigation, drinking water, afforestation, agriculture development. Reduced desert expansion, irrigated area, example. So these are the things. And what are the environmental challenges? Desertification term. I know most of you have heard about desertification. Desertification is a degradation of fertile land into desert-like conditions due to deforestation, overgrazing. Okay, what else? Climate change, unsustainable agriculture. Remember, and water scarcity is also one of the major major environmental challenge here. Groundwater is limited and often saline, and rainwater harvesting remains essential. And so remember this. Okay. So this is what about the Thar Desert, and the other one is the coastal plains. I think most of you are aware of what are coastal plains. I mean, we have discussed, but I'm gonna repeat that. The coastal, the coastal plains. What are these? Generally, imagine looking at India from space. Just remember. Just assume. I don't know how many of you remember India uh, from the space. So you will notice that the peninsular plateau is surrounded by water on three sides. Okay, water on three sides. Here we have Bay of Bengal. Okay, here we have Arabian Sea. And here we have Indian Ocean. Three sides. Right? So, yeah. Between the sea and the peninsular plateau lie narrow stretches of the land known as coastal plains. So these plains have played a crucial role in the rise of ancient civilizations, maritime trade, cultural exchanges, what else, fishing, modern economic development. Today, most of the India's major ports and many metropolitan cities are located along these coastal plains. So let us discuss what are coastal plains. Coastal plains. A big question mark. What is coastal plain means? So coastal plains are low-lying flatlands. Remember, low-lying flat lands located between sea coast and adjacent highlands. Okay, highlands. Highlands or plateau. Remember, I'm gonna repeat. So coastal plains are low-lying flatlands located between sea coast and the adjacent highlands or plateau. Simple definition we can also take. It is, a coastal plain is a flat and found between the sea and the mainland. Okay, this will be very good, right? It's very easy also. A coastal plain is a flat land found between the sea and the mainland. Okay. Now, what are the major divisions? First one is Western Coastal Plain. The other one is Eastern Coastal Plain. Okay. So let us see. These differ greatly in wealth, relief, rainfall, whatever, river patterns, economic importance. So let us see one by one. The first one is Western Coastal Plain. Western Coastal Plain. What is this? So it is located between. This means between. So Western Ghats, between Western Ghats and Arabian Sea. Okay. There is a mainland. Okay. This is a mainland and adjacent to the sea, that is Arabian Sea. So it will extend from Gujarat to Kanyakumari, and the average width is 10 to 80 kilometers. Just remember, no need to remember, just for your awareness. So hence it is a narrow coastal plain. Okay, narrow coastal plain. So why is the Western Coastal Plain narrow? Because the Western Ghats run very close to the Arabian Sea. As a result, very little flat land is available between the mountains and the sea. Therefore, the Western Coastal Plain is narrow. So what are the divisions of Western Coastal Plain? What are the divisions here? Right. The first one is Konkan Coast. Remember, very important. Just remember, it is very important. So it is between Mumbai to Goa. We can find Mumbai to Goa. This is called Konkan Coast. You know, yeah. So we're able to see heavy rainfall here in rocky coastline. Yeah, this is all about Konkan Coast. And the other one is Canara Coast or Kannad Coast. Alright, Kannad Coast. What is this? Generally, it is Goa to Mangalore. Alright, Mangalore. So just remember, what are the other one? Malabar Coast. Okay, Malabar Coast. Konkan, Canara or Kannad, and Malabar Coast. It is Mangaluru to Kanyakumari, mainly Kerala. Okay, just remember. And here this is about the the divisions. There is one more topic, that is backwaters. This is very important concept, backwaters. So one of the most important UPSC concept. So backwaters are shallow lagoons and interconnected waterways running parallel to the coast. Okay, and they are separated from the sea by sandbars. So alright. Backwaters are shallow lagoons and interconnected waterways. Shallow lagoons and interconnected waterways running parallel to the coast. Okay. So it's very important for UPSC. They are separated from the sea by sandbars. So one of the famous backwaters are, we have Vembanad Lake, and another one is Astamudi. This is what I can recall, Astamudi Lake. So what are the importance of backwaters? They're important for inland transport, tourism, fishing and agriculture, biodiversity, etc. So this Kerala's famous houseboat tourism depends on these backwaters. Okay. So this is all about the Western Coast and divisions. And there is one more topic I have to tell here, because that is also important. That is estuaries. An estuary or estuary. Okay. Alright. An estuary is the tidal mouth of a river. Okay. Is a tidal mouth of a river where fresh water mixes with seawater. Okay. An estuary is the tidal mouth of a river where fresh water mixes with seawater. Because western rivers are short and they carry less sediment, they are generally from estuaries instead of deltas. Examples: Narmada estuary, and we have Tapi estuary. Okay. So yeah, that is all about western coastal plain. Now let us discuss the second one, that is eastern coastal plain. Chalo, let's go. So it is located between eastern coast, located between Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal. Okay, this is the mainland and this is the adjacent sea. So it will extend from West Bengal to Tamil Nadu. Remember, it extends from West Bengal to Tamil Nadu. Okay, I'll try to complete the remaining chapters too, but from past 7 days I was busy with the optional course, and so due to that only I was less active. Optional courses and other courses also there. I've been telling different courses. For the reason only there has been a delay. So just sorry for everything. So we have discussed just now that western coastal plain is narrow and eastern coastal plain is wider. Why? Why? Why means the Eastern Ghats are lower and discontinuous, and major rivers have deposited huge quantities of sediments over millions of years, and these has created broad coastal plains. So, what are the divisions? What are the divisions? The first one is Coromandel coast. Okay, Coromandel coast. It is located between AP and Tamil Nadu. Just remember, and it is known for delta formation, cyclone landfalls, rice cultivation, etc. Okay, and this is all about the division. And there are rivers. We have major east flowing rivers include Mahanadi. All right, I'll add in the next page. Okay. So we have rivers include Mahanadi, okay, Mahanadi, Godavari, and Krishna, and Kaveri. These are the east flowing rivers include. All right, east flowing rivers. I don't know, I forgot to write about the rivers of the western coast. I'll write here. What are those? We have Narmada, Tapi, Mandovi, what of Periyar, Rangasva, Periyar, and that's it. There is other one, Juari. So that's what about the rivers. Now let us see what is delta. We have discussed backwaters, what is estuary, and other one is, now the new topic is delta. What is deltas? Delta means what? A delta is a triangular or fan shaped landform created by the deposition of sediments at the mouth of a river. Alright. A delta is a, this is a definition. A delta is a triangular or fan shaped. Okay, just remember. Fan shaped landform created by the deposition of sediments. Sorry about my writing, it's very bad, but just I need to complete the chapter. Just try to understand. My writing is not that much good, but try to understand my words. It will look good only, but yes. So a delta is a triangular fan-shaped landform created by the deposition of sediments at the mouth of a river. Mouth of a river. So why are deltas formed on the eastern coast? The reason is very simple. Rivers are very long here. They carry heavy sediment loads. The Bay of Bengal has relatively calmer conditions for sediment deposition. Okay. Now let us see what are the major deltas. Major deltas. What are the major deltas? The first one is Mahanadi. Mahanadi Delta. Okay. The second one is Godavari Delta. Third one is Krishna Delta. Fourth one is Kaveri Delta. So this is about together they form some of the most fertile agriculture regions in the India. So we have noticed other concept also. We have discussed about backwater, estuary, and now delta. And now let us see what is lagoon. What is lagoons or lagoon? Lagoon is a shallow water body. Alright. Lagoons. It's a shallow water body. It's a shallow water body separated from the sea by a sandbar. Okay? By a sandbar. So what are the important lagoons I'm gonna give here is a very important for prelims. Let's remember there is a lake called Chilika Lake. It is in Odisha. Okay, or Odisha. It's the largest brackish water. Largest brackish water in India. Water lagoon in India. And there is one more lake, that is Pulicat Lake. And this is in AP and Tamil Nadu. So it's the second largest. Okay. It's the second largest brackish water lagoon. So this is all about western coastal plain versus eastern coastal plain. So we have discussed. So what else we have? So yeah. So just remember this lake, Chilika Lake, and we have Konkan, Canara, Malabar coast. UPSC frequently asked prelims, northern, estuary or versus delta. What exactly are they? And we have natural harbors. I've said about backwaters. Remember? Okay. So this is all about the coastal plain. Now let us discuss the last topic, that is the islands. The islands of India. Islands of India. Now, imagine looking at the India's map from above. Apart from the mainland, I'm very bad at drawing the diagram. So, apart from the mainland, okay, apart from the mainland, you notice two groups of islands here. Something. Just remember, just assume these two groups are like an island. So I'm very bad at diagrams. So one is Lakshadweep. It's in this side. Lakshadweep, and other one is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Island. ठीक है. So this is in Arabian Sea. Lakshadweep in Arabian Sea, and Andaman and Nicobar Island. This is in Bay of Bengal. ठीक है. Now, although these islands cover only a small area, they give India a vast maritime presence, rich biodiversity, and strategic control over important sea routes. And these islands are often called as India's unsinkable aircraft carriers because of their immense strategic value. So, what is an island? Island is a piece of land. It's a piece of land completely surrounded by water. And that is what called as island. Okay. So a simple definition, a landmass surrounded by water on all sides. So that is called island. So there are two groups of islands in India. India has two major groups. We have discussed. One is Andaman and Nicobar. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It's in the news right now. Just remember and try to understand what exactly that project is. The second one is Lakshadweep Island. Now, these two groups differ in origin, geology, climate, biodiversity, what else, strategic importance. Okay. First one is Andaman and Nicobar Island. Alright, A and N Island. Andaman and Nicobar Island. So they situated in Bay of Bengal, right? Just now we have discussed Bay of Bengal. They are situated or located in Bay of Bengal, and they lie between India, Myanmar, and Indonesia. Okay. So approximately 572 islands, islets, and rocky outcrops, though only a small number are inhabited. 572 islands. Okay. And they divided into Andaman Island. This is the northern part. Other one is Nicobar Island, Nicobar project, the Great Nicobar project, that is in southern part. So these two groups are separated by the 10-degree channel. These two islands are separated by, remember, this is often you'll notice in the news, it is separated by the 10-degree channel. So now let's see. Andaman and Nicobar Islands are mainly tectonic and volcanic origin. They are mainly tectonic and volcanic origin. Okay? And they are an extension of submarine mountain chain connected with the Arakan Yoma ranges of Myanmar. Now they were formed due to subduction of the Indian plate beneath the Burma, that is Myanmar, microplate. So making the region tectonically active. So just remember. And what is barren island? What is barren island means? One of the most important UPSC fact. What is barren island? Okay. So barren island located in Andaman Sea. Okay. Andaman Sea. It is located in Andaman Sea, and it is the only India's only active volcano. This is only active volcano of India. Remember, barren island. So it is part of Pacific Ring of Fire, a zone known for the frequent volcanic seismic activity. So alright, it is part of Pacific Ring of Fire. So it is a zone known for frequent volcanic and seismic activity. Okay. So there is another island, that is Narcondam or Narcondam Island. What is this? It is another volcanic island. Okay. Unlike barren island, it is dormant. Okay, dormant volcanic island. And it is famous for Narcondam hornbill. Okay, I don't know, most of you are not aware of this, but remember this: Narcondam hornbill. This is a endemic bird species in this region. Important, guys, remember, Narcondam hornbill. So the islands are among India's richest biodiversity regions. What are the important species include? Saltwater crocodile. Just remember, leatherback turtle, Nicobar megapode, and Narcondam hornbill. So many species are endemic, meaning they are found nowhere else on the earth. So there are tribal communities also. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands are home to several indigenous tribes. Okay. Just remember, if you notice these tribes, just remember that they are from Andaman and Nicobar. One is Great Andamanese. This is one of the tribe, Great Andamanese. Other one is Jarawa and Nicobares, and this Sentinelist. This is very dangerous, guys. Try to search in the Google and try to know about this Sentinelist. It's very dangerous. They are human eaters. These communities have unique cultures and lifestyles. Some such as Sentinelists. I've just now told about this. Such Sentinelists have chosen to remain isolated, and their protection is important. And what are the strategic importance here? What are the strategic importance? So the islands lie close to the Strait of Malacca. Remember, Strait of Malacca. One of the busiest maritime trade routes in the world. So their location helps India monitor shipping traffic, enhance naval operations, strengthen maritime security, what else, support humanitarian and disaster relief operations. Yeah. So the Andaman and Nicobar Command is India's only tri-service command: Army, Navy, and Air Force together. Remember this. Try to search and try to learn about Andaman and Nicobar Command. What is this? It is India's only tri-service command. Try to search and try to learn about that. Okay. So the other one is Lakshadweep Island. Lakshadweep Island. Okay. So it is situated in the Arabian Sea. Southwest of Kerala. Okay. Southwest of Kerala. So these the group has 36 islands. It consists of 36 islands, along with reefs, sandbanks, and islets, and only few islands are permanently inhabited. Okay. let's learn about the geological origin. Lakshadweep, islands are of they are of coral origin. Okay. Now they were formed by the accumulation of coral polyps on submerged volcanic structures over millions of years. So what are coral reefs? Coral reefs. Okay. What is this coral reefs? Coral reefs are underwater structure. Okay. They're underwater structure and built by tiny marine organisms called coral polyps. Over thousands of years, their calcium carbonate skeletons accumulate to form reefs. So, one of the favorite UPSC concept is atoll. What is this? Atoll means atoll is a ring shaped. Remember this is one of the famous favorite concept of UPSC. It's a ring shaped coral island. Okay. It's a ring shaped coral island surrounding a lagoon. Okay. So Lakshadweep is famous for its atoll. It's famous. Okay. Famous for atolls. So that's what I know. What are the economic importance of Lakshadweep? The island support coconut cultivation. Okay. Tuna fishing. Right. Coconut cultivation. Okay. And we have tuna fishing. Okay. The other fact is tourism. It is very important. And what else? Marine resources. Okay. So this is all about the Lakshadweep Islands. I tried to I tried hard to tell the topic in very brief manner. So I forgot the other topic, that is EEZ. It is very important, guys. Remember, it is exclusive economic zone. So exclusive economic zone is a sea area. It's a sea area extending up to 200 nautical miles. Okay. From a country coastline, a sea area up to 200 nautical miles, and the country has sovereignty. Okay. They have rights to explore, to conserve, and to use marine resources. And why are islands important for exclusive economic zone? Because islands increase India's maritime area. They significantly expand India's exclusive economic zone, and these provide access to fisheries, offshore oil and gas, renewable ocean energies, and seabed minerals. India has one of the largest exclusive economic zones in the world, and largely due to these island territories. And what is blue economy? What is blue economy? What is this? It's booming concept right now. So the blue economy refers to the sustainable use of ocean resources. Sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth. Okay. While protecting marine system. While protecting marine ecosystems. Just remember. And there are major components like fisheries, shipping, port, coastal tourism, offshore renewable energy, marine biotechnology, and deep sea mining. India's islands are central to the success of its blue economy. So, what are the environmental challenges the island faces? then generally climate change, sea level rise, coral bleaching, okay, coral bleaching, what else, we have coastal erosion, okay, climate change, all right, climate change, and we have pollution, okay, plastic waste, oil spills, etc. Tourism pressure, okay. What is this tourism pressure means? Unregulated tourism can damage fragile ecosystems, okay, and natural disasters, okay. So for example, in the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami severely affected the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, okay, just remember this. So yeah, so we have discussed about the last topic, that is uh, you know the islands, and with this we have completed the second chapter, and I'm so happy. And from the next video I try to complete every chapter, you know in 1 hour, let's say in 1 hour I'll try to complete, because I generally love to explain from very fundamental. Each and every concept needs to be understood by the candidate or aspirant. So that is my motto, because when I started learning, I don't know I don't know much about the topic or terms, okay. I just used to write from the textbooks and then read it. But end of the day, basics are very important. If you doesn't know about what exactly is that, okay, you're not able to you know interpret the actual concept. So that is what I'm doing right now. But most of you already told me that regarding this. So I'm going to complete from the next chapter. I'm going to complete within 1 hour, and this is my promise. Chalo, see you in the next class. Jai Hind.